Authorities seek to reduce traffic accidents and crime during the Christmas and New Year holidays. With the aim of implementing measures that help reduce crime and traffic accidents during the Christmas holiday, the Minister of the Interior and Police, Jesus Vasquez Martinez, summoned the corresponding agencies in order to create the critical route and the actions to be taken in that sense. So guys, there's going to be some new measures. Be careful while driving here in the Dominican Republic during the holiday season, because it is written, in the meeting held at the headquarters of the Ministry of the Interior, participated the directors of the police, Major General Eduardo Alberto, then General Ramon Antonio Guzman Perata, as well as prosecutors Rosalba Ramos from the National District, Andy de Los Santos from Santo Domingo, and from the North, Edward Lopez. They addressed the actions to be implemented during that period, including the increase in the number of vehicles and administrative staff by DGCET, as well as the increase in special police officers for preventive work in all areas near airports, neighborhoods, and centers. The director of DGCET, General Guzman Parata, warned the drivers of a reinforcement of the inspection and supervision, which entails penalties for violators of the traffic law that include fines, retention of vehicles, and imprisonment. Imprisonment, guys, be very careful. Being extremely strict with drivers who drive drunk. He indicated that the agents will guard the highways to safeguard lives and avoid traffic accidents through supervision, visibility, and inspection, especially in hours when vehicle flow increases. He urged drivers to drive responsibly, respect traffic signs, be careful with speed, and not drink alcoholic beverages while driving, under penalty of seizing the vehicle as established by Law 63-17 on mobility, land transportation, traffic, and road safety. For this part, Major General Alberto then affirmed that for such purposes, they have strengthened security throughout the country and especially in areas identified as vulnerable, avenues and shopping malls, residential areas, highways and roads, mainly access corridors to airports. He highlighted that more than 100 superior officers have already been appointed in preventative areas throughout the country who implement the proximity model. Meanwhile, the Minister of the Interior and Police was concerned about the large number of traffic accidents that occurred in the country, raised the need to seek mechanisms to reduce these dire figures, and considered essential the inspection and especially motorcycles involved in more than 70% of accidents and robberies. I think this is an issue that society should pay its greatest attention to. Traffic accidents have become an epidemic, and more to this date. The figures each year tend to rise due to the large number of people who travel. For that is why we have met with all of you to look for the mechanisms to place together, said Vasquez Martinez. He called the population to good sense and prudence, since Christmas is a time of fellowship and family unity, so he believes a change of mentality is necessary so as not to expose loved ones to danger. The Director of the Interior and Police Ministerial Cabinet, Victor Benavides, and Advisor Jorge Lopez Hilario also participated in the meeting. I have to say, you guys, this is very interesting. I know a lot of people that drive drunk in the Dominican Republic. A lot of them are foreigners, and a lot of them are motoconchos. So please, if you take a motoconcho, make sure he was not at his family's place drinking. And, a lot of the times when you're out drinking somewhere and you're like, oh, let me call my moto concho and let him come pick me up. And for all you know, he could be at his buddy's place drinking and not realize that he is drunk. He might just say, okay, you know what? He just needs to pick you up quickly from the bar and take you down the street. He's not going very far. He's, just going to pick you up for a quick buck and go back to his family. And that happens quite often all throughout the year, but more at Christmas time because the amount of drinking is increased. So please be careful. Also, you be careful. The last thing you need right now is to be involved in a court case here in the Dominican Republic when you need to get back home after a quick vacation, so it's not worth drinking and driving at all. Even if you're not on vacation and you are an expat and you're used to drinking and driving, hold off during the holiday season. Get someone to drive for you that is a designated driver, the same thing you would do back in your own country. It's better to be careful. You don't want to hurt anyone and you don't want to hurt yourself, and you also don't want to get a fine and have to go to jail and get your car towed away. All of that is possible during the holiday season. So I just want to remind you guys to please be careful. I've heard about too many accidents being here in the last 4 years almost, and it is very sad when you see people that have lost arms, lost legs on a moto. I'm going to be interviewing someone in the next few days who had an accident, and right now you might have seen him in the streets of Sosua. If you've been here, you will see that he has half a head. Part of his head is indented. He's agreed to do an interview with me, and he doesn't remember even the accident. All he knows is that half of his head is gone. Yes, his whole left side of his brain. I touched his head and everything. We've laughed together. He can walk. He still drinks, but it's a very interesting. He's a very interesting character, and I just really want to share that with you. It's a little sad to talk about at this time during the year, but it's also the reality of it. So I really want you guys to be careful, please. And another thing, if you guys are interested in having an interview for your business or your project, give me a shout. I would love to come out and see what your project is all about or what your business is all about. You guys know I love to promote expats and also Dominicans here. So let's have some fun in the new season and also coming up in the new year. Tomorrow I will be going to the river. It's my birthday, December 20th, and I will be heading out to the river with a bunch of girls from Canada, and some of them expats and also some of them just visiting. And we'll be throwing down, barbecuing, and having a couple of drinks ourselves, but we're going to be extra super duper careful to make sure that we are in a taxi, and also the taxis here are not very expensive, so always be careful. I'm going to also do some videos of the river tomorrow. We're going to buy some chicken. We're going to buy a few vegetables, and we're going to head to the river. And the owner of the riverside, he is going to barbecue for us. If you guys are interested in doing that yourself, let me know because I can connect you and you can go have a wonderful time. You don't have to take any drinks there. There's a bar there where you can go and you can buy drinks and snacks and little chips and like I said, even food. You don't even need to take the food. Once you get to the river, Daniel, the owner, will go get the food for you and barbecue it for you. And it's a great way to celebrate and also feed some of the locals. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for joining me. Take a second to hit that like button. That like button is waiting for you. And not only that, if you enjoy my channel, please take a moment to subscribe. Take care, everyone. Huge hugs, loads of love, big blesses. Be careful driving no matter where you are in the world. And remember, drink responsibly.